What up, everybody, and welcome to Baz on Blades. My name is Baz, and I talk about blades. Today's feature blade is Zero Tolerance 0770 carbon fiber. Look at that, guys. It's a beautiful knife. What this knife is a slightly downsized and production version of the very limited and collectible Zero Tolerance 0777. Now, this production version, the 0770, is available in the carbon fiber version. It is also available in aluminum handled version. And I've seen three different finishes on the aluminum handle. I've seen gray, OD green, and black hard coat anodizing. This model typically is going to sell in the $180 price range, and the aluminum version's slightly cheaper. I've seen them from $140 to $160. All right. Now, this is the point of this review where I'd show you the packaging. I do not have the packaging. This is actually a loaner knife from a viewer and sub. Brian, thank you very much for the loan of the knives. This is knife number 3 of 3. And I'm getting ready to finish these up, get them packed up, and sent back to you. I appreciate it, buddy. So I don't have the packaging on this, but it is standard zero tolerance packaging. The only difference is just the tag on it with the item name and model number, things like that. Good gracious, guys, my voice is about wrecked. This is the third review I've done today, and I've had to do about 15 takes, and my voice is shot, so I apologize for that. So let's cut through all the BS on this, and we'll go ahead and knock out the specs. This is a pretty standard EDC size knife. I would compare it to the Paramilitary 2 in overall size. The Paramilitary 2 handle is a little bigger and bulkier, but the overall sizes are about the same. What you're looking at is a 3 1/4 inch blade length, and that's just a little bit over 8 centimeters. Your blade stock thickness is 120 thousandths of an inch, or 3 millimeters. The blade width, 1.19 inches, or 30.4 millimeters. Your handle length is 4 3/8 of an inch, or 11 centimeters. Your handle thickness, 405 thousandths of an inch, or 10.3 millimeters. Your handle width, 1.18 of an inch, 30.1 millimeters. Closed width, 1.47 inches, or 37.4 millimeters. Your overall length is 7.5 inches, or 19 centimeters. And your stock pin diameter, 123 thousandths of an inch, or 3.1 millimeters. Behind the edge thickness, I got about 20 or 21 thousandths of an inch, and that's 0.55 millimeters. Handle to blade ratio, a very respectable 0.74. And your weight, a nice lightweight, 3.07 ounces, or 87 grams. That lightweight, thanks to basically an unlined carbon fiber handle construction, but we will get into more of that in just a little bit here. Now, material-wise, your blade steel on this particular iteration of the 0770 CF, this one is in S35VN, which is an improved version of S30. It is produced by Crucible Metals. It is American-made, high-end stainless steel. You've got high carbon content, high chromium content. It is a vanadium alloyed steel and a niobium alloyed steel. Both vanadium and niobium work with free roaming carbon in the steel to form ultra-hard carbide particles within the matrix of the steel. And steels alloyed with vanadium and niobium tend to be very toothy, aggressive cutters and have extended edge retention. So you're getting good edge retention, good toughness or impact resistance, and good corrosion resistance. S35VN is one of my favorite higher end stainless steels. It is just such a well-balanced stainless steel. No, it's not the best in any category, but it is up there with the best in every category. So it's a great choice for an everyday carry type of performance stainless steel. Now, handle materials, you're in carbon fiber slabs for the handles. This front slab is completely unlined. The lock side slab does have a very partial inlet plate on it, and that contains your lock-in tab for the liner lock, and the plate covers up your torsion spring for the speed-safe opening mechanism. And yes, this is an assisted opener, a speed-safe knife. And before everybody groans and hits the stop button on the video, you know what? I think that it works with this knife. Now, I did not like the speed-safe in the 300 and 301 models, but I do like it in this version. And this one in particular, guys, and more than few that I have handled, are very stout as far as the torsion bars go. It's a very snappy opening. Yes, you do have the resistance closing it, so you can't just flip it closed. But as far as opening, it's just as satisfying as any other flipper. Would I prefer it to be a bearing pivot with standard detent? Yeah, I would. But for what it is, I like it. So you do have that, partial liner on the lock side. And let's take a look at that liner lock. Compare the thickness of the material to the thickness of the blade steel, and you'll see that's a pretty hefty liner lock, and it feels very solid. But at the same time, you've got mostly carbon fiber here, so you're extremely lightweight at just slightly over 3 ounces. Otherwise, as far as the materials go, you've got an oversized designer stainless pivot here that I think is attractive and fits the design. You've got some blackened stainless screws here, Torx head screws, a black hard coat anodized aluminum backspacer, and my favorite zero tolerance pocket clip, this compact stamped steel deep carry pocket clip, the 2-screw mount. This is the same pocket clip used on the 0452 carbon fiber, which is my favorite zero tolerance knife, and this is my favorite pocket clip from them. That's extremely deep carry and a nice compact design. I really like that pocket clip. So there you go on materials, guys. Now fit and finish, we'll go back up here to the blade. Primary grinds, very high, flat grind, nice thin edge. The primary grinds are even side to side. The edge grind, even side to side. You've got a nice pointy tip here, all right? You do have a good workable set of jimping that is slightly ramped on the spine of the blade. Very good on that. Billboarding is minimal on the front of the blade with just the circular zero tolerance marking. On the back, a little more extensive with your customary information that Kai Cutlery puts on their knives. The Kai Cutlery information, the model name or designer, and then the made in America, and then the serial number and the steel type and all of that jazz. Take it or leave it, it's there. Yeah, it's a little more than I'd like to see there, but it's what you get. And then you've got the rather large circular zero tolerance marking on that pocket clip, and a lot of guys don't like that. I'm not too sensitive about all the over marking. Yeah, I'd like to see less of it, a more sterile knife, but it is what it is. So your fit and finish on the blade. The last thing on it, let's take a look at that finish on it. It is a stone wash. Kai, whether it's zero tolerance or Kershaw, does a very good stone wash finish. And this is no exception. This is an overall stone wash finish. It is not a dual finished blade. It is just a singular finish. Very well done. I very much like it. It's attractive. Now, fit and finish on the handles. I love the carbon fiber that Zero Tolerance uses. I've found it to be void-free, high quality, attractive. The machining is always very good on it. There's no machining marks, no nothing, guys. There's no gaps anywhere. There's no, everything is radiused and chamfered and soft around the edge. It's just beautiful, beautiful carbon fiber with a nice satiny finish. It doesn't have a glossy, slick finish on it. It's just satiny and silky, guys. I love it. The machining on that oversized pivot, very well done. And then it's given sort of a, looks like a sort of a bright bead blast finish. And it's the same pivot cap on each side. The black finish on the small hardware is all even, and you can tell that this is a user knife, and Brian has carried this knife because you see the telltale wear that first pokes out its head on the pocket clip on these knives. You know, this back spacer, it's a good looking back spacer, again in a hard coat anodized aluminum. Almost the way that it's machined on the back, it almost gives it sort of a floating look, but if you look down in between, it doesn't have any recesses on the side where you can see down through it to where it really gives it a floating look. And then you've got a captured pin lanyard point back here on the back, and I will say, let's take a quick look at this. It is absolutely the same type of pin that is used as the stop pin up on the other end, guys. So same size. I believe that you can actually just swap them out. They're the exact same pin, I believe. So there you go. That's your materials on this knife. You know, premium materials. You got to remember, you are under $200 on this knife. $180 from most places shipped. For S35VN, nice slabs of carbon fiber, some good looking detailing in the pivot, super heavy liner lock. Yeah, it's a speed safe, but I think it really works in this, and we'll segue straight from there into the action. Like I said, on this particular knife, I really like the speed safe. It's a very peppy, it's got a very stout torsion bar spring in it, so no issues right there. The flipper tab, perfect design as far as the size and shape and the geometry in relation to the pivot. It works very, very well, guys. The lockup on this heavy liner lock is perfect. There's absolutely no play on the pivot, and it is on dual phosphor bronze washers. And then the centering, if it's not perfect, it's damn near perfect, guys. So overall, the action is a winner on this knife. Hate or don't hate Speed Safe, it is what it is, guys. So let's get on to ergos and utilitarian use, and this is where this knife really shines in conjunction with the aesthetic appeal. This shape is attractive. The shape of the blade, the shape of the handle, it's attractive. And there's nothing better than an attractive knife, except for an attractive knife that works in your grip, and this knife does. It is such a fantastic and ergonomic design, guys. It looks really stylized, but it's not. You've got this nice concave section right here leading up to the slight ramp for the jimping, and then the spine of the handle drops down ergonomically to fit the curvature in the palm of your hand. You've got a nice deep wide open choil here that's not restrictive in any way. And then you've got a neutral remainder of the grip area right here. This knife is absolutely comfortable in a forward grip. A reverse grip, absolutely comfortable. As far as a draw grip goes, you do get a little bit too much intrusion here with this flipper tab into the webbing between your first finger and thumb. And remember that flipper tab is jimped on one side, and it is working jimping, guys, so you feel that there. So I don't really care too much in a draw grip, but as far as forward grip, as far as reverse grip, it is very workable. And like I say, guys, it's just attractive. It's an attractive knife, and it just works. It works in your hand. There is a reason that this knife, not only did they do the 0777 limited edition, then they did the 0770 production version, and then you've got, let's just say, other renditions out there on the market, and then following up down in the standard Kershaw line with the Natrix model. There's a reason that this design is so widespread. It just works. So, ergos in the handle are fantastic. Utilitarian use in the blade. I mean, just wide open belly right here, nice tip, high flat grind, thin slicey edge, great jimping. It's just a win-win there. So let's go from there, and we'll do the overall on this, and we're going to have sort of a short video here for me, but I'm about to lose my voice. I like this knife. And I've always liked this knife. I like the original limited edition version. I like the production version. I even like the Kershaw Natrix version. I just love this design. I love the look of it. I love the ergonomic respect of the handle. I love the utilitarian aspect of the blade shape. I just love everything about it. I do not know why I don't have it in my collection. And now that I've spent some more time putting hands on and, you know, playing around with it here and doing the video and all of that, I just fully don't understand why I don't have it. And it's going to have to go on my list. And my list is so long just in knives that are older models that I don't have, not even considering the knives that are coming out in 2018 that I don't have also. So my list is getting longer and longer, guys. This one is definitely going on it. Will Baz on Blades recommend this? Yes, wholeheartedly. This is a fantastic knife, a very good knife for the price point. The only catch is whether you like the Speed Safe feature, which I personally think works with this knife. No, it is not perfect. You know, we'd all like to see a multi-row ceramic bearing, ceramic detent, manual flipper, but what we got is the Speed Safe, guys, and I think that it works with this model. So if you can see past that and you want a flat, lightweight, slicey, ergonomic, attractive EDC knife, this is a very, very good choice for around $180. All right. Once again, thank you to Brian for the loan of these knives. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody for taking the time to watch one of my videos. God bless all of you, and we will talk to you again.